So the next steps I will make is the cleaning of both carbs, opening them, checking them, replacing damaged seals or whichever parts are inside. I think I will be making only photographs of the process because I'm not sure if I'm able to make a video and at the same time to concentrate on the work, because I'm a little afraid that once I disassemble them I will not be able to either put them together or start the engine afterwards. So I will open them, try to ultrasonic cleaning if the bowl of my ultrasonic cleaner is big enough, and we'll see what happens. So I have the carbs here on my table at home. One of the carbs is assembled already. I tried to use ultrasonic cleaning method to clean these parts, and as you can see they look quite well. Unfortunately the bowl for my ultrasonic cleaner is too small, so I couldn't drown the whole carb. I had to put it like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and clean it piece by piece. So it was pretty time-consuming job, but finally I made it. So this one is cleaned and is ready to be put together with the other one. The other one is disassembled here. As you can see, diaphragm here, jets are out. I didn't touch the pilot screw because I don't want to mess the carburetors. I want to start the engine. So this one is not so clean because of the bowl here. So there is some dirt here, but it doesn't matter really. I have all the parts of the carb here, so I will try to assemble it again. So first thing would be to put the secondary main jet, which I blowed with compressed air. So this one fits here. I think it's a primary main jet. I don't know. Definitely a main jet. It's the other main jet. There are two of them here. So I will put them in. Use the screwdriver. Tighten them. I also blew this jet. It's a secondary jet, I think. I'm not sure of the terminology. With compressed air, but it's plugged, so I keep it as it is. Then here there should be this little O-ring here. You should watch out when when disassembling it, because you can easily lose it, but it could be very easily possible to buy it at any hardware shop. Then there is this diaphragm here, like this, the spring, and then this cover which I cleaned before, and I think it's these two screws which hold the cover. So I will change the bit and we'll put it together. As you can see, it's quite, the spring is quite pressed, so when disassembling you have to be very careful, because it will just pop out very fast. And you can lose the little O-ring, spring, depends on the mess in your workshop. I have a mess in my workshop, so I would definitely lose it. That's why I took it home. I also blew this hole and all the holes which are in the carb, so that it's clean. Those two blow holes, as you can see from the number, I'm not sure if it's visible on the camera. It's a 27 PS German version of the carb. So I also cleaned the needle. I didn't disassemble this. The needle was clean itself when I opened the carb. Oh, first I have to put this ring here. It's a seal, and then carefully insert the needle through and it should be working very simply, very easily moving, no obstacles. Then the spring, and then the vacuum cover. Again, something like this. Like this. And the screws. Choose the other one. Oh, this one. It's not a Phillips screw. I will have to change them when I buy them. Somebody was opening the carb and losing the screws in the workshop before me already. Tighten by hand, but quite a lot. Okay, so this is the upper part, and now we should also check the height of what is it called? The height of the float. So I will put the needle down the hole, hold the float, insert the hinge, and here we go. So it should be moving like this. And Honda has a special tool for measuring the float, but in my opinion it's quite easy and simple to take a caliper. I prefer the analog way. The rated float height should be 15.5 millimeters. So I set it on the caliper. I fix it, and then I will measure the float height like this. And as I see, it's fine. So it's fine. So float is there, jets are there, plug is there, plug is there, hinge pin is fixed. So now I will put the lid back on and close the carb. So it should be like this. I'm not changing the seals because they look fine, and I think somebody did it not a long time ago. Not long time ago means like many years, because I have a almost 40 years old bike, but anyways, the carb was clean when I opened it, so I think somebody did it really just a couple of years ago, or maybe just before the sale, just to state in the advertising that carbs were cleaned. Okay, so this is the second carb. It's the right one. So now they will be like this, one next to the other, and I will have to do something with this little spring, which is a choke spring, because I think it got loose while I was disassembling the carbs. I have also sort of cleaned the connecting bars and the tubes. It's not perfect, but it looks better than before. So next part of the video will be maybe putting it together, or after I put them together, trying to set this choke butterflies to be synchronized on this one and the other one. The carbs are put together. It was quite an easy job. I had to measure. I measured the height of this little screw here, which is the carb synchronization screw. So it was 6.5 millimeters. So I just measured before disassembly, and then I reassembled that. I took the screw out, put it together, tightened the screw, and then after all this I put this spring back in its position, and it looks like working okay. They move symmetrically even to the full throttle, so this works. I think I will have to synchronize the carbs when I put it on the bike and when I start it, but it's sort of back in its original position. On the rear side, that was a little bit more tricky, because these choke butterflies were not moving at all, none of them, because of this little spring here, which loosened probably when I was disassembling it, and it loosened like 2 or 3 spins or turns. So I had to tighten the spring, like move it like 2 or 3 times around the rod, and then hook it here. And now they again work sort of in a symmetrical way, so hopefully choke will work as well. So this is okay. And I'm not sure if it's visible, but the service manual says that this gap here defines a fast idle, which means when I pull the choke, it sets up increased RPM, which is called fast idle, and the gap here, it says, should be 0.8 millimeters, but now it is maybe 1.5 millimeters. And the manual says to adjust it you should open this, but you can't open it without disassembly and using a lot of strength, because as you can see it's a pretty thick material. So I don't know, I will probably leave it as it is, and if the fast idle is not, if the RPM are not high enough, I will take out this bolt, take it out, open it with some pretty heavy duty pliers to have the gap here 0.8 millimeters, and I'll see what happens. At the time the bike was running, I think the fast idle was quite okay, so I hope it will be okay after installation again. So mechanically the carbs seem to be okay, and now I'm just waiting for the engine to be sandblasted and painted, and I can start the installation. In the meantime I will do some minor things like cleaning the wheels and stuff like that. So this will be a topic of some future videos.